What's good? What's good? Not ironically, maybe paradoxically, inconveniently, the weather is very nice to the point where I woke up at 8 a.m. this morning and it was hot as heck, so uncomfortably hot in my van. And I do have windows like cracked and open, and I got a little fan going, but it's not enough. I need more power so I can power more fans. Man, I'm just like, I can do the more power, but it's money. I need to invest in more solar panels. But I'm tired of being homeless. It generates a lot of bitterness and resentment within me, which I acknowledge. And that's part of the journey, is learning to overcome that stuff. But dang, I just sometimes get so bitter. And I was going to title this, spiritual bitterness, but it might be I'm tired of being homeless / spiritual bitterness, because I do. I get angry, I get frustrated, I get resentful of other people and other people's things, and then I start to judge myself. Like, I feel like I'm failing as a spiritual person. And to be fair, this is good questioning to do, I think. But it's made me think, like, maybe spirituality is fake. Maybe this is some inert reality, inert universe that randomly created. It's the circular nature of how does a creator create, like how the reality comes into being. I can't get past that. And so I'm very inclined to believe there's more than just matter, right? But I could be wrong. And when I talk to the universe, right? So I don't talk to God. I just talk to the universe, and I literally will just say, hey, universe. That's how I interact with it. Sometimes I'll try to say, like, hey, spirit guides, but because that's a big thing in the conscious community. But it's always like a one-way thing, like a one-way conversation. It's me talking to something external. And, I do have like moments of synchronicity, which could be a way for the universe to talk back. But I don't have a line of communication that I like, that I actually can go back and forth with, which is, what I wish I had. Because I feel like a failure. Not just because I'm homeless, but because I'm struggling with that. Because I get bitter and I get resentful. I'm failing. And so I get into these weird spirals where I'm just failing on every level. And then that's when things like the suicidality come in, where it's like, damn, I'm like a spiritual failure. I'm a material failure. I should just, what do people say? Unalive myself. That's the YouTube friendly version. Because if this, I said it in a previous video, but like, I feel like I should be doing so much more with my life, but I don't know how, and I don't know what, or like the how maybe. So I have designed some t-shirts. I got a little Printify website. They make it super easy. It makes the shirts a little more expensive, but so be it. For now, it's really awesome. But the problem is, how do I advertise it when I can't even do a podcast? For example, I've been trying to do an episode with my friend Steven, record a podcast for this YouTube channel, but things just kind of keep coming up. And then like today we have one scheduled at 2 p.m., but my van is going to be so uncomfortable that I'm not going to be able to do a podcast interview. And maybe I could go find like a place in nature that has Wi-Fi, that doesn't have too many people around for distraction, because I'm easily distracted. That's another problem. I'm neurodivergent. And so sometimes just like little distractions, like even the cars driving by right now are like distracting me. And so I'm a failure. I'm like, I can't even record a YouTube episode consistently, or like an interview, which is what I want to do more of. I did a live stream. Go look at my live streams with a gentleman named Augustus, and it was a fantastic conversation. I loved it. But I don't know how to do more of that. I don't have the resources to do more of that. That only worked out because I was dog sitting. You know, I occasionally dog sit for a friend, but I don't know when I'm dog sitting next. And then it's like difficult to want to try and cram a whole bunch of interviews into like a week time frame. And when I was dog sitting for that friend, I made some money, but I didn't do delivery work too much. And so I ended up like not doing delivery work for 2 weeks. I took off. And I found myself, I was doing great financially, and then I took a little time off from doing delivery work because sometimes I just fucking hate it. And, you know, I bought a new laptop, you know, $400 or whatever, and then I bought like some tools, like $500, and I'm struggling financially again. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm hustling, minus that 2 weeks, but that was like a month ago, but I was still dog sitting. I don't know. I don't know how, like, I want to find somewhere to live, but I can't afford $1,000 a month, which is like, that's the low end in Seattle. I just can't, you know, and I don't have a mom's basement I can go to, or a dad's basement. And because I was very vocal during the fake plague, I lost a lot of friends. You know, I told them they're gonna put poison in their bodies, and I got dude friends that I thought were tough. Like one friend in particular, I'll wrap up the video here. But the loss of community is also connected to all of this. I've failed at cultivating a new community. I'm just a failure. Anyways, this one friend, this dude, in my phone, his nickname was Seattle Boulder Project, or I just shortened it to SBP. That was like his suggestion. I was like, dude, we gotta have cool nicknames, right? Like one friend was Legatron, because that dude could squat for fucking days. And then this other dude was just like broad and just round. And so Seattle Boulder Project, he liked that. And he was just a beast in the gym, and not just like, oh, I can bench a lot. No, man, he could do all kinds of stuff. Like he was a big guy doing snatches and cleans and all kinds of functional shit, in addition to just good old fashioned deadlifting. He reloaded his own ammunition. He hated the government like most other people. And then he married a fucking liberal white woman and ended up taking the jab. I cannot believe he took it. I just cannot believe it. And that, to me, it was just like, wow, a very revealing moment at how powerful the PSYOP was. Because one of the most badass dudes I used to have fraternity with became a beta fucking cuck. I didn't say his name, but yeah, they also do some swinging. And I think, like, no judgment, but like, I think people who swing, you know, like, I'm talking sexually, so like you trading partners and stuff, something about that just tells me like, you gotta be at least a little bisexual to be into that, like as a dude or as a chick, just a little bit. And so I think there are a lot more bisexual dudes than we realized. And I think the sex positive element of the left kind of lured them in. Those liberal white women and their open relationships, they appeal to dudes who want to watch other dudes fuck their girl. Not my cup of tea, but no judgment, because I do have my own cup of tea. I won't get into that. But anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. I'm failing spiritually, I'm failing materially, I'm failing my community, and I don't know what to do. But I do have shirts in the link in the description below. Check it out. Thank you. Much love.